Welcome everybody! Today we will talk about black salt and how I made my own black salt for the first time ever. In the beginning I will tell you how I made and show you how I made my own black salt. I have my black salt here. Black salt is considered an important ingredient for witches because of its very strong protective qualities. So usually black salt is used to banish negative energy, negative spirits, negative people, negative vibes. It gets rid of a lot of bad stuff. It's also used for protection against hexes, curses, jinxes and so on. And also an essential ingredient for purification and energetic cleansing. Disclaimer: if you do this yourself, it can get super messy because the black chalk or the black powder gets everywhere if you're not careful enough, and it's very difficult to clean. So just be aware of that as well. If you use fire, be careful with fire. Don't burn your house down or the forest. It was a beautiful day, but because I was outside, I decided to prep my sacred space. That's why you see me drawing a pentagram onto the wood I'm using as my alternative altar surface. In the first step, I started to prep my herbs. I'm using basil for protection, peace, happiness and balance. I'm using sage for its powerful protection properties and purification. I also use dried olive leaves. This is a very personal thing and a very personal herb to me. Then I ground everything to make it into smaller bits and powder. My salt is sea salt. It absorbs bad and negative energy, also purifies and banishes negative energy. And I use sea salt not only to have the element of water in my spell, but also because for me it's the most powerful salt there is. Then I decided to use charcoal for this. This is charcoal from a fire, not any fire. It's wood that was burned at the Walpurgisnacht, so it's in itself extremely powerful. And I collected a lot of this, dried it, and now I'm very happy that I can use it even for the future for my black salt. I mixed everything and after I transferred it to an airtight container. And that's it already. One thing I should say, many people added herbs to their black salt, and they did this in a way where they would burn the herbs beforehand and then add the ashes. I could not figure out why people do this. I thought maybe it's the aspect of fire as an element. Maybe it's because the aspect of transforming something or activating it through fire. Maybe it's because it's not as beautiful when there are chunks of herbs still in it. I could not figure it out. So for this spell, it felt better to leave them whole. I mean, I grinded them up, but to not burn them. If anybody knows why I need to burn it, please let me know. And you can kind of see this. I don't know if it shows on camera. Right, you need charcoal. Now, you can obviously burn your own wood like I did, but this is kind of rare. I never saw someone do it actually. I saw one person using wood to make ash. Most people use activated charcoal, like the charcoal disc you can buy, or the capsules you swallowed. I've seen people use incense ash, ash from cigarettes, and then you can add a variety of other things. I have seen everything, man. You can use absolutely everything if it fits your purpose. So I see people use cayenne pepper, cloves, which are very strong for protection obviously, rosemary, rue, lemongrass, lavender, pennyroyal, sage obviously, mugworth, basil, bayleaves, and yeah, there's no limit. And then of course you need salt. So this is sea salt. People use Himalayan salt, people use just normal salt from your kitchen. Yeah, but they are also, use what you have. The main ingredients are charcoal and salt. Everything else you add on top of that is like extra to boost or color your black salt. Then the black salt usually takes on the negativity and holds it to remove it from your person, your room, the atmosphere around you. That's why it should be disposed. Most people say it should be only used once, and after this you should dispose it and bring it far away from yourself, from your home and other people. It's also said that you only should use it once and then dispose of it. Yes. Now, how do you dispose of it once it has done its job? First of all, you can bury it. People like to bury it at crossroads. You need to be careful with this, because if you bury a huge amount of this, it can actually damage the environment and the animals. So bury it somewhere where nothing is growing. I mean, if you have a desert, perfect. But just be mindful that this is not the most nature-friendly substance you can bury outside. You can cast it into the wind, but be very aware that it's not blowing back into your home where you want to go or yourself. That would be very unfortunate. Also, you can throw it in running water. That also preferably goes away from you. Or, I mean, flush it down the toilet. I also added 2 videos I really liked from other witches that made black salt in the description box. I also put in a list of ingredients you can add to black salt. So if you want to write it down yourself, you could just copy paste it if you want. And yeah, with this is the video. And the coming video I will show you what I used this for. I'm very excited for it because it was super fun, super exhausting, huge spell work actually. And yeah, I'm excited what you will say. So I hope this helped and see you next time. Sieht man meinen Kopf gut?
Mhm. Da ist dein Kopf. Hier, also so viel Platz ist oben bei deinem Kopf.
Gut.